The Right Honorable Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga, allow me to adopt the protocols as observed by my predecessor speakers in the interest of time, and right away ask the honorable senators to come forward so that I quickly introduce them. Please. Okay. We have Senator Professor Margaret Kamar. Can you lift your hand so that people... Senator Samuel Bogisho, who is also leader of majority. Senator James Agri Orengo, I think he stepped out, leader of minority. Senator Beatrice Kwamboka, MP. Senator Naomi Shionga, MP. Senator Dr. Ali Abdullahi, MP. Senator Boy Issa, MP. Senator Faki Munyihaj, MP. Senator Dr. Alice Milgo, MP. Senator Isaac Ngugi, MP. Senator Anwar Loitiptip, MP, he was here. Senator Kavindo Mudhama, MP. Senator Mtula Kilonzo Jr., MP. Senator Naomi Wako, MP. Senator Professor Samson Ongeri, MP. Senator Moses Kajwang, MP. Senator Sylvia Kasanga, MP. For your information, we have quorum. We only need 15. And there are 17, so we can transact business. Senator Wario from Tana River, thank you so much for coming. Allow me to give them a clap. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to join all of you today for this great conversation, being the last annual one and also the last before the next election. This conference has become an important one for the institutions implementing devolution to have candid conversations and remind ourselves of the immense responsibility placed upon us, that of anchoring our devolved system of government. Climate change is disrupting national economies and affecting lives. So we see weather patterns are changing, sea levels are rising, and weather events are becoming more extreme. Thus, Sustainable Development Goal 13 implores all of us to take action to mitigate the effect of climate change. It is my sincere belief that the conversations we have here in the next 3 days will enable us to agree on the attainment of optimum levels for dealing with climate change and arrive at the critical decision of whether we will fit the scale of the problem with the weight of the problem, or whether we will have a proactive approach in anticipation. The challenge remains that there is no objective way to determine the appropriate level of climate change or other environmental problems, since such problems manifest themselves at a number of levels simultaneously. So the multi-level approach therefore remains the best bet for managing these. Honorable delegates, we are duty-bound to take deliberate interventions and find a place for climate action in our respective devolved units if we have to be sure of handing over our county down to the next generations. It is time for county governments and all other players to audit our action plans for the past 8 years and critique ourselves with a view of finding out whether our contribution to the environment and climate change has been positive or negative. To quote Alexandria Ocasio, I quote, "We don't have time to sit on our hands as our planet burns. For young people, climate change is bigger than election or re-election. It's either life or death." As Kenya gears herself for the final lap towards actualizing Vision 2030, it should not be lost on us that there shall not be any industrial, social, political, and economic gains to celebrate if we will not have concrete corresponding climate action plans. We must not think that about the next steps, but also about the next generation. The new climate economy clearly shows that only bold actions can and will deliver at least 26 trillion pounds in global economic benefits between now and 2030. It could also generate over 65 million new carbon jobs by 2030 and over 700,000 premature deaths from air pollution compared with the business as usual, and generate an estimated $2.8 trillion in government revenues in 2030 through subsidy reform and carbon pricing alone. This is according to the Global Commission on the Economy and Climate. So going forward, it will be gratifying to see county governments return a shilling on every dollar to go towards climate change actions. It is unfortunate that in the past, world economies competed for space in the industrial age without due regard to the impact of their actions on the global climate. Today, the same countries have to return more of their gains to attempt to rectify their initial omissions. Let us not allow our country and region to get to that undesirable situation, since as an African economy, we are already overburdened by the sins of others as far as climate change is concerned. Honorable delegates, the advanced human activities have not spared the marine life either, knowing very well that Kenya benefits more on marine life both from coastal and mainland lakes. It is saddening to note that according to recent research, climate change is already impacting marine species diversity distribution along the equator where Kenya lies, and is greatly attributed to rising temperatures and waning of water bodies. This phenomenon continues to manifest itself in the steady rise of water levels in our inland lakes such as Nakuru and Naivasha. We have witnessed death of fish in Lake Victoria and extreme rise of water temperatures in Lake Turkana. If as a nation and region will not work together to rescue our environment through clear and smart climate actions, then we must be ready to carry the curse of that will befall our generations. Now is the time for the national and county governments to become partners to implement a national climate action plan. Internationally, the Paris Agreement recognizes that local and regional governments have an important role to play in global climate action. It is time to take this recognition a step further and craft policies and implementation strategies that are most effective on the ground, that take into account the roles and mandates of levels of government to enable action. Further, we must, as a country, move swiftly from rule-making to implementation and work to strengthen our climate pledges as requested by the COP26 text. As a Senate, we undertake to lead the necessary consultations to ensure uniformity of focus on any legislative amendments necessary to ensuring that the county assemblies support the county executives to implement the requisite laws. As I conclude, I call upon every citizen to start thinking about sustainable contributions we can individually make towards sustainable climate actions as a way of protecting the life of our future generations. So I leave you with the words of the former President Barack Obama, who says we are the first generation to feel the effect of climate change and the last generation who can do something about it. I just want to thank the Senate for its contribution. I think in many years since this conference, this year Senate has contributed immensely towards what you are seeing in this particular hall. So I really want to thank the Senate and pledge that even in future we shall continue contributing more, because we are one family of devolution. May God bless you as you continue with your deliberations. Thank you.